Now, based on that, let me ask you guys a question, and this doesn't have to apply to you guys personally, but it's a general question. Do you feel like with the rest of this console cycle and the next console moving forward, if developers and Sony and Xbox come out and say, look, this is it with graphics, we can't do anymore. We're going to focus on gameplay and securing these 60 frames a second. Do you guys feel like the general gaming public will receive that well? Of like, look, these graphics are not getting any better. This is it.
Yeah.
But you'll have better gameplay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because like I said, bro,
I agree.
We grew up on the PS2 era, bro, where we got games just because. Some of those games are still majestic classics to this day, and then yes, they were just polygons, polygons,
and we couldn't even tell.
We did not. We did not care. We did not care. It was just the gameplay and story was so delivering.
The reason why I asked that is because like you look at some of the discourse online, especially when it comes to warring between consoles, and it's just like, oh, look at that. Like one of the things that you always see like the Sony community do is like, oh, the most powerful console on the planet, and Xbox still can't get over 30 frames per second. At least we know. Like you see things like that where it's just like,
yeah,
is this,
it's not good.
Are we having graphics off at this point, or is it more so about performance?
It's both now. They're intertwining because you now, right? For example, you get a game that can do both, and it's on. Say it happens to be on Sony. Wait, well, this is Hellblade. We were playing God of War, God of War Egyptian. Right, in 60 frames. Do you see that? Yeah, that's not a screenshot. That's actually Kratos. We can see his hair follicle inside a hair follicle.
But that's what I'm saying. Like at a certain point, that being the breaking point has to stop, right? Because again, sure, right? We get the highest graphic fidelity you can ever have for a console at that time. But it's at 30 frames per second on a video game. Doesn't matter that you can see the follicle inside the follicle. That's really my question. Because at a certain point, it's going to be less about how, again, like that Captain America Black Panther game, like I said last week, what is one of the most detailed looking games I've ever seen in my life. I really thought initially that it was just them people talking with like a digital background. That's how detailed it was. But I ain't seen no gameplay. So I'm like, it just don't matter.
It don't. Yeah. It doesn't matter. You're right. What's that other game that dropped for the PlayStation where it had the craziest graphics and you turned into a werewolf? You were hunting werewolves.
The Order.
Mm-hmm. People, man, I remember that E3. My heart dropped because I was still in the console war
vibe. That gameplay though. That hurt my soul, bro. And the developer is such a good developer. And I was like, bro, like, who made y'all deliver this bare bones quality?
3-hour game.
3-hour game. Mm-hmm. At full price.
3-hour game. And I was like, man, I was looking at my Xbox controller. I said, man, will we ever get something on this scale of cinematography, of polish, of game? I couldn't even tell when it was in a cutscene and when it wasn't. That's how crazy that game was to me at the time. So now you find out the reviews are in. Somebody said I pressed start, the game was over. Yo, hey, listen, man. Hey, dog, like that thing was crazy, man. Dog, so